Hello, I'm Gabriel Cuesta, and this is Habits of Mind Reflection number 2. So, some of the ones that I picked originally, the Habits of Mind, there were ones that I kind of struggled with and would like to improve on. Uh, the first one is listening with empathy. Listening with empathy is something that I feel like I've always done. However, it's when conversations may escalate that I could definitely get better at. So the way I've tried to improve on that one specifically is to be a little bit more introspective while I'm also expressing my opinion in the dialogue and looking at, okay, well, how am I conveying my message? Have I put myself in that person's shoes? Why is it that they formulated that opinion? Is it because they're not informed, or is it because they're very informed on the subject matter, or maybe their environment and their past has led them to certain experiences that have formulated that thought, and that person's perfectly within their right to believe what it is that they believe. Now, sometimes you may have a difference of opinion, and you might find it important to yourself to educate that person on why it is that maybe that opinion isn't valid. But then again, that's also your opinion. So being able to be a little bit more introspective and saying, am I giving this person a fair shake? Have I completely thought of the reasons why that person feels why they feel, or even if you can understand it, not just kind of brushing it under the rug if the person's having a hard day, but actually like really feeling for them and be like, I can understand that. Not necessarily saying, well, at least this isn't the case, because at best that's sympathy, but empathy is actually feeling it. The next one would be creating, imagining, and innovating. So there's a couple different forms that's kind of taken over the last few weeks. Um, excuse me. So professionally, I've had to be much more innovative through my career. As I mentioned before, I work in occupational therapy with a focus in pediatrics. All of my therapy has been done through teletherapy, which is a very different medium than what I'm used to. More often in the past, I would be going to the client's home. Now I'm just doing it virtually. So my resources are not as limited, actually. They've expanded, but they're very different. So being creative, seeking out more resources, finding new things around the house, maybe not so hands on, and giving my clients a little bit more autonomy in the session has led to actually, I believe, more conducive and more productive sessions. So that creativity has also helped. So, but as it pertains to this class or this course in the semester, some of the mediums that we've used to complete assignments are ones that I was never even aware of. So, different ways of illustrating ideas and thought and different programs um, have definitely expanded my knowledge and ways of communicating these things and being able to give information in a way that's probably more accepted to especially the population that I work with. So that's been pretty awesome. All right, next, thinking and communicating with clarity and precision. As you can tell, a lot of times when I talk, I'll pause mid thought and I'll try and think of the right word. Not solely just so I can sound more educated and a little bit smarter, but because I want to make sure that I'm conveying the message correctly. So those are things that I've improved on. Hopefully, as I keep working on them, I won't have to take as many pauses and they'll just kind of come out correctly. And maybe even limiting caffeine intake would probably help with that, so my mind doesn't run away from me. But always making sure that the message is conveyed clearly. Thinking the strategy that I've implied in order to do so is to think through a little bit more of what it is that I'm trying to communicate, what it is, and how it is that it wants to be interpreted as. So oftentimes in the past, I might just say what it is that I'm thinking, and it's probably right, giving myself the benefit of the doubt. However, the way I'm saying it makes it convoluted, and although it may make sense to me, more often than not, probably didn't make sense to the person I was trying to convey that message to. So those are all things that I've worked on, that I feel like I've tried to master and nurtured throughout the semester, and they will never be mastered, in my opinion. They could always be improved on, and I intend on extending this list and continuing to work on it, because it's going to make me a better leader, a better therapist, a better father, a better person altogether. So that's that.